A happy hump day to you, sports fan. I'm Adam Deal. Glad you could join us here on the Proview Rundown of the beautiful Proview Network studios. Got the crew in the zoo, Jason Pohl, Josh Brown, and a big shout out to my man, Alden, Ball So Hard University. Oh, he's not here.
He's working. He's over there.
Ball So Hard University. Ball So Hard University, Ball So Hard University. All right, state championships right on Saturday. So excited. We've got 4 big ones for you. They're all going to be broadcasted live on the NFHS network. You can go to our website, www.proviewnetworks.com, and just click on the link matchups or go to our live schedule. We'll be posting them on Twitter and Facebook as well. I will be doing play-by-play in the 6A game. Really excited about that as Cleveland's going to play host to La Cueva. 2 undefeateds, by the way. This is the first time 2 undefeateds have met in the state championship in big school since 2008. This is also the 3rd ever all-metro state championship game. The first one was 3 years ago where Cleveland won their 2nd state championship as they beat El Dorado. And, of course, last year it was the first ever Albuquerque finals as Monzano took on La Cueva. So is the North taking over football? Yes, they are, Jason Pohl. That's what that means. Like we've been saying it, it's happening.
I don't like saying it because, you know, they're nice people out there. They're still people. I love Cruz's basketball.
Yes?
Dogs. I love Cruz's basketball. He's the man. But, I mean, we'll say it like we got told when El Dorado beat Cruces last year in the finals, was it 2? And when we went to Golden Corral, and he said it's about time the North finally stepped up.
Oh, this was 3 years ago. This is semifinals you're talking about.
3 years ago. Woo.
I know, it's crazy. Jason and I, we were broadcasting the semifinals, and there was 3 semifinal games in Las Cruces, and for the first time at the Field of Dreams, Las Cruces lost to El Dorado, and then Mayfield got crushed by Cleveland, and that was almost like the passing of the torch. Maybe even before that, a couple years before that, you remember Cole Gauchi and Cleveland won their first ever state championship at the Field of Dreams, and so I'm just
arguably the best Cleveland team. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like Gabe Ortega and that crew was fantastic. I don't know. All right. This Cleveland team's good, but is La Cueva better? Now La Cueva's been the underdog all year. They're going to get their chance to prove otherwise. I'm telling you, like I've been going on record saying, Jason, that this is almost a pick 'em because I think La Cueva has the experience. I think they're well coached. They got great defense, a good running game, and Cleveland is unexperienced. Maybe the better team overall, but I'm just saying.
It's going to be a good matchup, I think. You have some good valuable points, but I'm still going Storm. I'm going Storm. They want it. They deserved it. They proved themselves all year. La Cueva, they did under the radar just a little bit, but who knows? And I'd never cheer for La Cueva, so.
Oh, I mean, if you don't know, our Jason Pohl here is a proud alum of, or his alma mater is El Dorado. That's what I'm trying to say. Something like that. Josh Brown's working away. He's getting graphics ready for us.
We got some schedule.
We have Steve Davis coming on in a little bit, and we'll go over those brackets, and we'll really get into these matchups. Here is the schedule, though, for the state championships. That is on Saturday. And that Extra Demons, the overall 2 seed in 3A, make it to the finals as they beat West Las Vegas. They're going to take on, I would call them the Cinderellas, Robertson. They don't, sorry, Robertson. This is the 4th straight year Robertson has made it into the championship. They have lost the previous 3. Can they get over the hump? J.J. Buck, I was on radio with him earlier, and Jeff Symbieta, and he wisely put it as, are they going to be the Buffalo Bills, the Robertson Cardinals? That's a big one.
That's a nice one.
All right, so Robertson, and that game's at 2 o'clock, actually. It's the only game at 2 o'clock. Robertson and Dexter. It's on the NFHS network. You can get there by going to our website or the NFHS network itself. Bloomfield, they are the underdogs as well. 2 5 seeds make their way. They beat St. Pius. St. Pius were missing their quarterback, but hey, got to play the game. Bloomfield win it in a great defensive battle. They move on as Taos upset Portales. Yes, I think it was an upset. And Taos trying to get their first state championship. They'll play host at 1 p.m. At Anaya Field. And then the Roswell Coyotes, the overall 1 seed, going to take on Los Lunas. Jay Pohl, this is a rematch of a game we did on my 50 game of the week. Roswell kind of ran away with it in the second half. Los Lunas played undisciplined. Remember, they did have Nick Garland then. They got their backup quarterback who's been very good. But Los Lunas is playing at a high level right now. Maybe a closer game this time.
Yeah, they are. They're peaking at the right time from what I've been seeing. But I've been on the Roswell train this whole year. They run and run and run and pound the ball and push it. So I went with Roswell, knowing they want it bad, and their coaches see it in their eyes. They keep their eye on the prize.
All right, and so state championship Saturday also, of course, we talked about it. The 1 seed Cleveland undefeated taking on the 2 seed the Bears undefeated from Lightning Bolt Stadium. How many people? I'm saying somewhere around 10,000. Some people said I'm crazy. I think 10,000.
10,000. We're going to go with 10,000. I'm going to go with 10.
Because LaCueva's going to show up, and you know Cleveland's going to have it loaded. Like, it's going to be packed, right?
Oh, it's gonna be a packed house. Get your seats early. It shouldn't be a cold game. 1 o'clock.
It's gonna be like 42 degrees.
40's nothing.
Wind dialed down. But hey, nice cold football weather, man.
That's football weather.
Football weather.
Ooh.
All right, when we return, we got Steve Davis. We've got some brackets to show you how everything's shaped up, and then our predictions and picks right here on the rundown.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
This is Coach Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. Hello to all you parents out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I want to congratulate 38 years for the AYBL. You guys are doing a great job. You've shaped a lot of lives, young men and women, and you'll continue to do that. Parents, get involved, sign your kid up. It's a great program. It helped shape who I am today, helped shape me as a basketball player, as a coach. So get out there, sign them up. Have a great season. Good luck to everybody.
It's time to make your plans to be at New Mexico's premier annual sports event. The 13th annual New Mexico Bowl is Saturday, December 15th, high noon at Dreamstyle Stadium. I'm Jeff Symbieta, Executive Director of the New Mexico Bowl. Be with us as once again college football's bowl season kicks off right here in Albuquerque. Bring your friends, bring your colleagues, host your holiday party at the New Mexico Bowl. It's annually one of the most exciting games of college football's postseason. Bottom line, it's a whole lot of fun. Visit NewMexicoBowl.com or call 925-5999, the New Mexico Bowl, where bowl season begins.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
This is Brandon Baeza of the Las Cruces Bulldogs. You're watching.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a
Left, you're right. You come on every Wednesday, Steve. This is the end of your football tour.
It's amazing how quick and fast it went, and it, you know, in 6A, it's kind of the 1 and 2 kind of that matchup's been.
We've been talking about it since week 1, right?
It's, you know, La Cueva and Cleveland, and now they get to play each other, and probably in front of 9,000 to 10,000 people on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Cleveland High School.
Well, and we got something. We're going to talk a little bit of hoops here in just a minute, just to give you a little tease of what's happening on Proview Networks next week. But first, let's jump into a little bit of football. Why not start with what you know best in 6A? And so Cleveland is taking on La Cueva, and I feel like you've got to come out of your shell, and I think you got to make a pick when it's a state championship game, Steve.
You know what? I guess you and Jeff Simbiotti, I listened to your show on,
Did
on
you?
the deal,
Okay.
and you know, it's from a professional standpoint, and I'm very professional. The deal is that
You're going to stay neutral, aren't
I'm
you?
going to stay neutral. I have such great respect for both.
Me too.
I was ready for your question, so you didn't catch me off guard. So that's what happens when you get it from the expert, from Jeff Simbiotti, and he's a professional. And he says, no, you're biased if you just stay neutral, but I can make great points for both teams. And I think one of the points, I want to steal your thunder, okay, a little bit. La Cueva, you know, they've been there last year. I mean, they've been waited a year. Coach Beck, you have more stats on that. He's been in the final games in the last 3 or 4 years. He's taken this team. Can he knock on the door and make it happen?
Here's how both teams kind of made their way. You know, Manzano beat Rio Rancho, and then Cleveland hammered them in the quarterfinals. And then Cleveland beat Volcano Vista in the semis. Now, La Cueva, they sneak by, and I mean sneak by Las Cruces, and then they absolutely dismantled Centennial, and so that's where we're at, 1 versus 2. Steve, I'm projecting a big crowd on Saturday. Don't you think that atmosphere is going to be good?
Like I said, 8,000 to 10,000, depending on if they can. I mean, I do listen to Adam Dill when he speaks.
It's impressive.
If they can get the bleachers, and I guess they have an area of grass, another 1,000, 2,000 people. I really believe that, and the weather's going to be good. I mean, it's not going to be, it's going to be no wind, 50 degrees.
Yeah, just a brisk cool, but nothing
football
crazy.
weather.
Yeah, football weather for sure, and bearable. So you're going to love it. I think the NMAA right now on their website is selling tickets. By the way, if you're interested, at $10, and of course we'll be broadcasting it, Steve, through the NFHS Network Live, which we're doing all the state championships. I tend to think that I'm going to end up picking Cleveland, and we'll show that. Spoiler alert, just because I picked them all year. But I wouldn't be shocked if La Cueva go and win this game. And I think a lot of people are really heavily favoring Cleveland, but I think this is a lot closer than anybody thinks. I think it's a really close game.
I agree with you. I think that defense. If you want to go, I can talk La Cueva. Defense wins championships. You always hear that phrase, and La Cueva's defense is one of the best. And I think this game really boils down to, can La Cueva get their offense going like they did last weekend? If they don't, then
who's going to make a mistake too?
Right, and
who's going to make a mistake?
So this game's very close, and you got, like I said, last year, and I'll go on the record. Last year, I just thought Manzano was going to run away with that game against La Cueva, and it was in this game.
Almost had it.
Some questions.
There was a couple plays that could have swung the result.
So this game very close, and it's. And I'm saying that from my heart. I'm not even being down the neutral. This game is one you don't want to miss.
I think it's a really good coaching matchup too, because I've talked about. I have a lot of respect for Brandon Back and his staff and what he's done at La Cueva and the expectations at La Cueva. He's gone to 3 Final Fours, back-to-back state championships. I know they want the blue trophy. I think he does such a good job, him and his staff. And then obviously I think Heath Ridenauer does a great job too. I can't wait to see these two kind of chess match going on.
You know what's interesting with Ridenauer, and we spoke about Coach Bagg, but Ridenauer, he is, every year that they're undefeated going into the state championship. If they win again, 3 years he's been on the coaching staff or the coaches that they won the state championship going undefeated. If you look at Cleveland's record over the last 4 or 5 years, I think they probably have 5 losses.
It's incredible.
In 5 years.
By the way, Cleveland lost to La Cueva twice last year. Once in a blowout at the beginning of the year, and once, I know that's in their heads right now, Steve. Cleveland.
That's a factor I didn't even think about.
Cleveland was a play away from being in the state championship last year if it weren't for the option fumble. Ryan McClain took it in the end zone to tie the game. La Cueva won in overtime to get to the finals. That was just over a year ago.
So I guess you're saying this could also
there's some
rivalry,
blood there.
Little
no
blood.
Doubt.
So,
no doubt.
I really believe, I think we hit. I don't, can La Cueva contain, Cleveland, and then can Cleveland not let the offensive, and you said it earlier. I listened to Adam Dill, but Williams is probably the best running back that's available this weekend. Will he make a difference in this game?
He's going to have to. Great game. It'll be fun. We'll quickly touch on a couple of the other games, not really in depth of it, but Las Lunas, Steve, we followed them a lot this year. And we did that game as they played Roswell earlier in the year. Roswell kind of pulled away. Las Lunas didn't miss a beat with their backup quarterback, and they avenged their loss from Goddard, hammer them actually, and get to the state finals. A Wool Bowl, which I think that atmosphere will be really good as well.
Well, probably sold out. The whole town of Roswell. They're kind of disappointed because Roswell and Goddard. But
Las Lunas is going to travel very well.
They're going to travel well, and again, weather across the state, except for Taos, is probably good weather.
Josh Brown is going to be making his way, though, our fantastic director, to Taos. So he's going to be. Are you ready? You ready to go, Josh?
I'm ready to go. I'm excited to go north for a state championship.
You've been doing a lot of travel. You got road
down
miles.
to Animas.
You're a road warrior right now.
Down to Animas for the 6-man, down to Eunice for the 2A,
all over the place. He's going to every part of the map.
4 corners. Hey, maybe some basketball.
Snow.
So what you missed out in high school, where the state of New Mexico is, you're learning as you get older. Is that right?
I'm learning all the back roads, all everything. It's nice.
Let's take a look at that bracket that Josh will be directing that game, by the way. Our great Ed Nunez will be calling that game on the NFHS network. And Bloomfield upset their way. They beat St. Pius, who was missing Derek Rivera, their quarterback, from a broken leg. Taos going upset the Portales Rams, and so they get to host a state championship. Taos, I don't know if anybody saw this scenario coming.
Well, I think it changed when the St. Pius quarterback went down. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that we're all kind of guessing what was going to happen, but you're right. But Taos, remember earlier in the year they were number one playing. They were going against St. Pius.
Their only loss to St. Pius, so they've had a good season. And then the 3A bracket, Steve, we talked about it earlier, Jason Poole and I, but Robertson's in their 4th consecutive state championship, but they haven't got over the hump. They need to win one finally. Now, they're the 5 seed. They just had the upset of the tournament of all brackets, I think, against Hope Christian. And so that matchup's at Dexter. It's the only game that's at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Well, at 2 o'clock, and that's, I think that goes back to what is so nostalgic about, playing in smaller towns and the whole town getting the community being down. So that's something that, I know that we think that there should be basically,
we're biased for those reasons.
For that, but boy, you go down there in the atmosphere and what it brings to the community for both teams it's hard. It's pretty much priceless.
All right, we can't get Steve Davis to make picks. We're going to show you our picks in a little bit. Before we get you out of here, Steve, how can we not bring it up? And we haven't had a chance to really preview it just because of football, and we're still in football season. But basketball season
just jumped on us. Right?
Basketball's on Monday. And you and I were looking at the schedule yesterday, and we're like, oh my God, we got 6 games that we're going to broadcast on Monday. We've got 6 games we're going to broadcast on Tuesday. A game on Wednesday. We got 3 games on Thursday, another 3 games on Friday, and I believe 4 games on Saturday. 23 games, Steve Davis, in high school basketball that we're going to show you live. And that includes our My 50 game of the week. You and I will do it. It'll be Cleveland versus your alma mater, Clovis.
And I want to really emphasize girls and boys. It's just not all
10 girls games, 13 boys games. And that doesn't include a couple of college games. We got 2 girls college games from Highlands as they take on Fort Lewis and Adams State, and 2 men's games as well. So just hoop season. We're going to jump right into it.
We're going to hit the holiday season just on a roar. And then
Like,
after
I'm
that, we
fired
have
up.
Rio Rancho and Las Lunas tournaments.
It's going to be crazy, but I don't think we've ever done that many
I
games
forgot
to start
Joe
the
Armia. I
season.
just forgot about that one, too.
And the Joe Armino Classic, it's coming. Have we ever started with that many games?
No, we haven't.
That's a record. But you could watch them all streamed or on Proview Sports Network,
And
Comcast
re-aired
26,
on 26.
right? And it'll be re-aired. Everything will be re-aired on Comcast 26, and then our My 50 game of the week, which is exciting. It's the first time we've done it for hoops. So I know you're pumped up.
I'm excited. I just already fit my schedule Monday through Saturday.
It's going to be a busy week. I know that. Saturday, join us. State championships. We're going to be excited to be covering it all. Get your passes. Because those passes that you get for these state championships, you can watch all these games that we're talking about, and then even you could watch the state championships in basketball and other sports as well. So get that. It's worth it.
Very excited. Get out and then also go out and support.
That's Steve Davis, owner, president of Proview Networks. Happy football season. It was fun, but we got basketball season coming up next. The guys and I will go over some picks when we return.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal.
Let's get to it. Our pick'ems. Where are we at, guys? You know it!
Brown's Pick'em Locks of the Week.
You know it! Woo!
Boo.
I got a 4-game lead, so I got to lose all 4 of my picks this week to draw a tie with Alden or Sebastian. Like, I want everyone to know. That's what that says. I just got to get one right. Come on.
No.
All right, here we go. Only 4 games, obviously, so it's a shortened week. Let's see. I don't know why that says volcano for Jason.
Which one?
I'm Jake Deathridge till I die.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's Cleveland.
I'm guessing that's supposed to say
That's
Cleveland.
Cleveland. That's, rushing to get them.
Shocker,
My
Josh
apologies.
goes LaQueva. I'm telling you, this game's close. This game's close. I
Brandon
really
Beck
think
gets
it's close.
Done. Volcano comes Ghost, beats Cleveland for Jason, and LaQueva gets it done.
Josh, you go Los Lunas. Everybody else goes Roswell. Let's see. Jason, you went Bloomfield. You got Bloomfield over Taos.
I think after their win, they're hot.
They're hot.
They're hot.
All right. I like Taos, man. I think they had one
Taos
loss
in
to
the
St.
snow,
Pius.
in their home stadium, in the weather.
I hope it
Bloomfield's
snows
from
too.
up the Four
Don't you
Corners.
think it would be fun if it snows, right?
Yeah, it's going to be all right. I'll be inside.
And then I went Robertson. Alden went Dexter. Jason went Robertson. Josh went Dexter. Sebastian went Dexter.
That was a coin flip for me because I saw Robertson handily defeat the Hope Huskies. So I had to flip the coin. Drove through Dexter on my way to Eunice last week. So, I mean, I just think that home field advantage is what gets it done for Dexter.
Well, by default here, I win, like just by the picks.
Yeah, you do.
We'll have a celebration for this when it's official on Monday. We will have a celebration. Now, of course, we've got to continue the tradition. For the first time ever, we're going to start doing basketball picks. So we'll start that.
Basketball picks, that's going to be a tough one, man. Like 10 games a week for basketball. How long is the basketball season?
Yeah.
I might have to drop that to 5. It makes it more, makes your picks actually count because if we do 10, you could pick a team on Monday, they lose Monday, and they come back around and win twice.
Listen, we're doing 10 picks for basketball
5 games of 2A
a week.
and 3A only.
We're doing it.
No 5A, no 4A basketball. We're only doing 2A and 3A. Adam Deal will not win the championship due to technical difficulties.
I am going to collect a trophy or some. I said
You get the
confetti
sombrero.
something.
You get a picture with yourself with the sombrero next year.
Oh, I can't wait, man. Dethroning
Maybe
Alden
some
Iowani.
Lindy's. Maybe
I
you'll
can't
get
wait.
some Lindy's.
We're also starting a new segment with Josh Brown. Josh, quickly, you want to tell him about it? Your lock of the week
Josh
or not?
Brown Pick'em Locks of the Week. Or maybe not.
Because he's our best pick'em.
I am.
Love it, guys. Great job, as always, crew in the zoo. Hey, state championship Saturday. It is amongst us. Really excited. Glad you could join us.
Superchargers!